What's going on, everyone? It's time for another classic, Universal Classic Monsters horror film review. Today we're going to be talking about The Mummy's Tomb. Yeah. So this is one of the first sequels where it basically turns the Mummy films from like the 40s into like almost like early slasher films. Yeah, so The Mummy's Tomb was released by Universal October 23rd, 1942. It's written by Griffin J. and Henry Sucher. Produced by Ben Piver and directed by Harold Young, who also has quite the film repertoire. He's done like the Scarlet Pimpernel. I have no idea how to say that word. Never mind. And Justice Captive, The Frozen Ghost, Sabotage, not the Alfred Hitchcock one, but another one, and many others. So, yeah, he's more of like a thriller type director, but yeah, he tries his hands at horror. So, Karis, the mummy, is taken by the high priest to the U.S., and where they go in search of the family from the previous film like tarnished his tomb and stuff to wreak vengeance and havoc on them. But they don't really know where they are once they get there. So basically, the first half is the priest summons the mummy, and then the mummy just stumbles around and wreaks havoc, killing random people. And then, but halfway through the film, they finally catch up to the family, and just standard like almost slasher type film. It's like the family's tries to stand up to the mummy and figure out how to stop him, and then they intercept the priest doing his like magic and stuff to take him out. And and it's done very conventional, I guess you could say. They basically just shoot the priest and then the mummy is just taken out basically with like fire, I think it was, and stuff. There's a lot of really cool set designs though in this film. I thought that was interesting. Lon Chaney Jr. came back to play the mummy in this one. The makeup and stuff looks pretty good and decent. And this one actually has a lot of good, more mummy carnage and stuff, but this one lacks less in story than the previous one. So what I wanted more in the other ones I get in this one, but this one has less character development and less story. This movie's only 1 hour and 1 minute long, so there's not very much for like a very good plot or character development and to move the plot along at a good interesting pace. They kind of just like, okay, here's your main characters, and then everything just basically falls into place. Pretty standard. Nothing too interesting or outstanding happens. The acting's still pretty good in it, and it has your basic. With a lot of these movies, they end sort of the same way. They have like the monster and a mob basically looking for it, and this one does sort of the same thing, like a Frankenstein sort of style, except they find the priest, take out the priest, and then the mummy gets taken out. So but it's still a fun little entertaining mummy movie, and you definitely see a lot more of the mummy, which is good. And they do, like I said, have good set designs in it, and the story is amusing in some aspects, but the writing could have been a little bit better. But overall, it's not bad. It was better than I was expecting it to be. A lot of people talk pretty badly about this one, so this one was an interesting film to say the least. It's not my favorite out of them all, but it's still better than some of the other ones. And it's just it's basically a slasher film, which was a surprise to see something from 1942 be like that. So, if you haven't seen it, check it out, especially if you like slashers. This is a weird recommendation, but like all majority of the movies I've been reviewing lately, it's in black and white, so it might not appeal to some people, but definitely it's a good, interesting little sequel. So I'm going to give The Mummy's Tomb a 3.5 out of 5. Something interesting, but it just gives you the basics for it. But it's still a good just like throw on for a little bit just to like chill, relax. You don't have to do some harsh thinking or anything like that. It's not like a very complex plot or anything like that. It's a good just like throw on and enjoy some mummy carnage type of film. So yeah, there's a show link down below like always if you want to check that out. Also, link down below is my Instagram where I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. I just have the film title hashtag, the subgenre film and hashtag so you're aware of it. And also my Letterbox is down below at Derek P Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating right after watching the film. So follow me on one of those two platforms, stay in the loop with the channel. Yeah, like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have. If you have any, I'd love to hear what your thoughts on it. And let me know your favorite Universal classic monster film from like this era, if you have one. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that too, and what your favorite ones are. Yeah, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe. So hopefully we find something weird, obscure, and odd together for you to check out, or so you can yeah, hear my opinions on popular films and classic films like this one. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell because yeah, we're going to continue on with the Universal Mummy franchise, I guess you could say, from the Universal Monster Classics era. And yeah, with the Mummy's Ghost, that's what it was, and for the next review. So make sure you ring that bell and tune in next time for my opinions on that one. And yeah, well, that's it for this one. A decent little mummy slasher film like I wanted, just wish there was a little more story, but still a fun time. So you know, but watch out for all the mummy carnage out there, and I guess I'll see you all in the next one. So until the next one, cheers.